Well, there's no sign of Black Rod or Madam Speaker, but the members are gathered and it promises to be a very lively exchange. We're at Queensbury School and this is the motion for debate. This House believes that the Spice Girls are no more than the equivalent of real-life Barbie dolls and are a poor role model for today's teenage generation.
For the motion, Claire Conway. As the motion says, the Spice Girls are no more than the equivalent of real-life Barbie dolls. They wear vulgar clothes and too much makeup. The skirts and dresses that they wear are much too low and short and are much too short and the tops are too low. This may be acceptable amongst adults who can choose whether to copy them or not, but children as young as 3 years old are becoming to want to look like this. If you look in the shops, you will see belly tops and miniskirts in sizes ages 3 to 4. These children are much too young to wear clothes like these. Even if the parents refuse to buy them, once the girls have seen them, then that's it. They refuse to wear anything else. The Spice Girls' in-your-face, naughty but nice attitude and their fixation on girl power is designed to get them respect from men. In fact, the majority of men who like them are only interested in them as sex objects. The men claim to like their music, but if you've ever watched a man watch a video of them, you will see their eyes work much harder than their ears. The music itself may not be too bad. Their first single, Wannabe, went straight to #1, but it reflects their girl power attitude exactly. Their dancing is seductive and all the lyrics about men and sex. The Spice Girls are seen as role models for this generation. What do we usually look for in a role model? Ideally, role models should represent something about human behaviour that we admire, such as honesty, courage or responsibility. Can the Spice Girls be said to fit this description? If you think about it, this question, the answer has to be no. Before they became famous or even got together, there was an advert on television appealing for girls who can sing and act. They are not real people. All they are doing is acting. How can a set of fake, money-grabbing Barbie dolls be held up as worthy role models? They don't seem to mind their real names being lent to money-making schemes, which are aimed specifically at very young children, such as the crop tops and miniskirts we've mentioned before. This is nothing but exploitation on their part. And so, all of this put together is the reason that I'm against the Spice Girls and for this motion.
Against the motion, Jonathan O'Connor. The Spice Girls are a charitable, independent group. They enjoy life and always have good comments to make about each other and other people. They involve themselves in all issues such as royalty and politics. Earlier in the year, they donated millions of pounds to Comic Relief from sales of their single, Who Do You Think You Are? They believe in peace worldwide. They're always happy and have a smile on their faces. Even though they are loud, they are still excellent role models for all our children.
For the motion, Kelly Ridley.
I don't particularly like Spice Girls because they're always boasting about what things they have done and know they have done. I know they have done in it, e.g. the song Wannabe. It was made a while ago and has gone out of fashion. They still go on about it. What do you think about them boasting about things all the time? Spice Girls are supposed to be role models. Instead of the issue of Big Magazine, there is Spice to collect badges in giveaway, like Scary Spice, Mel B is holding Baby Spice's Emma in an unseemly way. The book they wrote, did they write it by themselves? It had to be taken off the shelves at WH Smith due to vulgar language in the book. They must have known that most of their fans were young children, and that young children would pester their parents to buy the book. The girls are branded in different ways. Jerry is said to be the fit by many of the girls' population. She is also disgrace to the female race. We say that this because before she was as popular and naked nude even before the Spice Girls got their act together. Then at the Brit Awards, her dress became detached from her body. Many women would be ashamed and embarrassed, but not our Jerry. She wasn't bothered, and she even went on about it for weeks. Then, Victoria. She's not posh at all. She's just the same as the rest, and nearly as bad as Jerry. When she sings, Who Do You Think You Are? She shows her underwear. Is this suitable role model for the young? Then, Mel B. She's not very quiet if you ask her. She's a bit too loud. The clothes she wears are so 60s and bright, and her tops are too small. The tongue ring she has is very unhygienic. The next thing you know, she'll be encouraging children to get their tongue pierced. Should it be allowed? Then they'll say, she's okay, but don't you think she's a bit hyperactive? Where does she get all that energy from? And does that tattoo on her arm is septic yet? Then, Emma, she may be the youngest in so-called baby spice, but why wear her hair in pigtails, which is a hairstyle for 10-year-olds? It's sad. Would you want to be called a baby? Strange but true. Wouldn't you rather have a respected pop group like Boyzone or 911 or Backstreet Boys? Should the Spice Girls be able to exploit young people and make money for themselves? They want people to copy them, but I would not copy them if somebody paid me.
Against the motion, Adam Thompson.
During the past 6 months, the Spice Girls have managed to have 4 number-1 singles, earned £25 million between them, and have travelled round the world. It is from this that I have to disagree with today's motion, as I believe the Spice Girls are just enjoying life and having a laugh whilst being very harmless. When I address the topic of Barbie dolls, I would like to ask every one of you in the audience, do you know any Barbie dolls who earn £1 million each for a Pepsi advert? And if you pose to me the question of if they have a brain or not, I am sure you would agree they must be doing something right to achieve their success. Another thing is that when compared with other bands, do the Spice Girls say drugs are okay and break the law? I don't think so. The Spice Girls are also young people, like you or me, who want to live their lives as they do, not be criticised on every move they make. We should respect their way of living, as people like Prince Charles approve of their methods for fame. When you consider all that I have told you, wouldn't you agree that the people for the ridiculous motion are simply jealous of the Spice Girls' popularity?
Now to the debate open to the House. Any questions? Yeah, come on. Who is it for?
Just for the reproductive article, is it for Karen Claire?
Right, we personally don't really mind what they wear, but this debate is about role models for young children. And young children have to have a role model to copy. And if they see the Spice Girls wearing clothes as they do, they will copy them. And that's what it's about. They shouldn't be able to copy them because they shouldn't wear clothes like that.
Hey, go on, who's it for? Isn't that more the advertising agencies though, and the people who promote the Spice Girls rather than the Spice Girls themselves?
What they wear, not wearing little kids copying.
They may be because of the advertising agencies, but they have a life, and they shouldn't be bossed around by that. If they were really cared about what the people, they wouldn't let their agencies boss them into wearing things like that if they actually really cared about the young children.
You said that all respectable bands to the end, like Boyzone and 911 and all that. They're all boy bands. They're like, if you compare to Spice Girls like Barbie dolls, it must be a lot of Kens in it, like Ken and Barbie. The turn on a girl band, they're doing it like Barbie dolls, aren't they?
Most of them wear respectable clothes.
Eternal aren't rumoured to run around hotels naked, and they didn't pose topless before they got together.
Don't shout out.
Kelly, she's just said that the Spice Girls are hyperactive, but they're young, aren't they? So what's wrong with it? They're going to be young and hyperactive, so what's wrong with it?
Yeah, but they're always hyperactive. They never act normal like other bands and things.
Some questions for
saying you'd rather see your children dressing as Mrs. Merton than a Spice
No, but I don't want to dress as Mrs. Merton, but I don't want to dress as Spice Girls.
The children see the clothes in the shop and they want to buy it. Whether it's winter, it could be snowing, there could be 3 foot snow on the ground, they still want to wear belly tops and mini skirts.
Same as the Spice Girls.
Yeah, just the same as the Spice Girls. We don't want to dress like Mrs. Merton.
Who's it, Jeff? She said that 911 is a good role model, but all boys don't roll like that. Well, some of them are gay and they also wear open tops.
I don't really think any of those bands have been proven to be gay. And if you look at men on the beach, they wear swimming trunks. Flashing a man. Alright, come on, calm down. A man flashing his chest is not the same as a woman flashing his chest.
Yeah, physics class. Are you saying Spice Girls are always hyperactive? Are you saying you've got to be serious all your life?
No, I'm not saying you have to be serious all your life, but you can't be full of energy and always hyperactive 24 hours a day. Because it's not like the normal people. Yeah, you've got to be serious. Surely there's something in your life that you're serious about.
Right. Sarah and Kelly. You keep going on about the normal people, the people who don't dress like the Spice Girls. Would you say that you're normal and that you want people to act like you rather than them?
No. We're talking about normal people as in everybody, except the people who go around, running around naked in hotels.
And we don't want people copying us anyway.
No, you should be your own person.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have to copy anybody. You shouldn't have to copy the Spice Girls. You shouldn't have to copy anybody.
Okay.
Just be your own person.
Another question, same people.
Yeah. Have you ever worn a short skirt or a tight top? You know, people have the right to wear what they want.
Yes, people do have the right to wear what they want, but children as young as 3 years old can't think what's sensible to wear, so they just copy everybody that they see.
Shout out.
Put together by the music publishing industry just to make money for themselves, and that they are exploited, if you like, by these people.
I think all bands are actually made up, if you like. I mean, they're all made to look lovely and whatever like this, but I think they do have talent, and I think they do a lot to help, and yeah, I don't think that they are.
They didn't come together spontaneously, did they? They weren't like friends at school who jammed together in a band and then went on to become famous.
No, it's just like a film crew. They all audition for it, and a group of them will get in together. Well, all the Spice Girls went along and said, you know, we can sing and we can dance, and then they were all put together, and they've become good friends, and they've become a band now.
Boys all formed the same way Spice Girls. Boys all didn't know each other either. They went to another together.
It said in a magazine that Spice Girls have been together all their life.
You call them fat?
No. We're not
Not on clothes.
Question for Adam. Adam, I know you'd be very resistant to this, but don't you think that there is something so sexually suggestive about the Spice Girls that it's made a particular point of it? And maybe that's the point about them being like Barbie dolls, that really the music's not that important, it's the fact that they're sexually provocative, and it suggests that maybe girls ought to be sexually provocative because it gives them a kind of power and it gives them a sort of purpose in life that is not really the best reasons for perhaps setting your career ambitions around. Do you think that's the point that's being made?
Well, it depends the way you look at it. I mean, if you look at the Spice Girls in that way, maybe you won't like them for that reason. But as they said, they do have some talent. They co-write their own songs, and they do live performances. Not many, though, but they do actually do live performances. The theory of role models, I don't really think it's relevant because it's with everyone. It's with Boyzone, 911, it's with all of them. But I mean, it's your child's decision if they want to follow that way. They don't have to, they're not forcing them to. You know, Spice Girls don't say like, you know, dress like us and do what we do or else we're going to come round to your house and beat you up or something like that.
But aren't girls of their age being persuaded to present themselves very similarly to Spice Girls if they want to be popular and sort of with it at the time?
No, I don't think so. I think each girl has her own opinion. She has her own choices in what she wants to dress in. It's not relevant to it at all. It's with everyone. It's with Boyzone, 911, it's with all of them. But I mean, it's your child's decision if they want to follow that way. They don't have to, they're not forcing them to. You know, Spice Girls don't say like, you know, dress like us and do what we do or else we're going to come round to your house and beat you up or something like that.
But aren't girls of their age being persuaded to present themselves very similarly to Spice Girls if they want to be popular and sort of with it at the time?
No, I don't think so. I think each girl has her own opinion. She has her own choices in what she wants to dress in. It's not relevant to it at all.
If you're saying that the Spice Girls have been together when they were young, and you're saying that to get a career in their own songs, how can they do the song Mama when they're all running around together when they're all young? And they can't do that because they're all together when they were young.
Saying that they can't write the songs?
No, what they're doing is they're writing the songs and they're putting it towards being young and they're all together. But some people are saying that they weren't together when they were young, they just formed together when they auditioned for it. So how can they make the songs and then put the videos to it without...
The videos are just showing children as actors, aren't they? When they're showing them...
Yeah, but they're making it look as if it's them.
Yeah, well, a lot of them. If you've ever watched Birds of a Feather, the beginning of that shows the two lead actresses there, and it's children, isn't it? I mean, it's just a different way of showing a video. It's just a different form of a video.
In your speech, you said that the Spice Girls were money grabbing. But how can they be money grabbing if they give all the money from the last single to charity?
They might have given that money to charity, but that is a very small proportion to what they're earning. Yeah, they earn more than that in a week each. No, we're not saying that.
They say they're going to give it all away. They might just be saying they're giving it all away, but they might be keeping half as well.
They gave, I can't remember how much, a lot of million of pounds, but they earned much more than that.
You didn't tell me that everybody gives all their money away.
No, I'm not saying that at all.
You give your money.
No, I don't. But I don't earn £1 million a day.
Yeah, right. Sorry, that was the last question. I'm sorry, because we've got to sum up and take a vote before the bell goes.
Right, would the proposer sum up first?
Well, basically, we still agree with this motion that the Spice Girls are no more than Barbie dolls, and all they want is to get young children to copy them so they get even more money and publicity.
And the opposers?
I'd just like to say that the Spice Girls are just living their life as they want and they're harmless. And with this other side criticising them, I want to know, who do they think they are?
The motion is, this House believes that the Spice Girls are no more than the equivalent of real-life Barbie dolls and are a poor role model for today's teenage generation. Those for the motion. Four, 5. Again, 68. Abstentions 2. The motion has been defeated. Right.